Hello, everyone. We are getting ready to start the webinar. We'll be starting in just a few minutes, right at the top of the hour. I'm Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems. Excited to be with you, share this in really amazing content today. We're going to be going through how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. This is going to be a step-by-step guide to streamline your UC practice with AI now. We'll be starting in just a few minutes here. Very excited about this information. If those of you just joining us, we'll be getting started here right at the top of the hour. I'm Dr. Bill Davis, and we will be going through our important topic today, how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. This is a real game changer for the upper cervical practice. I'm excited to share this with you today. Going to be going through a lot of great stuff, a lot of great tools, things that can help you immediately with your upper cervical practice. We'll be starting here in just about a little over 2.5 minutes on how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. Getting excited. If you're set aside all distractions, focus in on what we're going to be going through, get a pad of paper, get ready to write down some things or take some screenshots, get your phone ready to take some screenshots of different information that I'm going to go through, some different websites, different things that you can use immediately with your practice. A lot of good stuff coming up here in just about 2 minutes. We're going to be going through how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. I'm Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems, and we are very close now to starting. More and more of you joining us. If want you to continue to jump in here and get going with us, we'll be starting in just about a minute and a half. How to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. This is a step-by-step guide to streamline your UC practice with AI now. As more and more of you jump on, getting ready to start here in just a couple of minutes. We are ready to get going with this in just a minute or so. I'm Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems, and we are almost ready to start. More and more of you jump on. We'll be starting right at the top of the hour here in just over a minute. And so we will be going through our topic for today, how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. Welcome to you if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you are watching this on our stream. We are excited to have you with us. I am Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems, and we are going to be starting in less than a minute here at the top of the hour on our webinar for this month, which is how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. This is going to be your step-by-step guide to streamlining your UC practice with AI now. Welcome to the webinar. We are almost ready to start here, just about 30 seconds away. And get yourselves ready, get your team dialed in. If you want anybody else to be watching this with you, feel free to have them join you. We are going to be starting here in just a few more seconds. How to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. I'm Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems. We are ready to start. Welcome to our webinar for this month. I'm Dr. Bill Davis with UCM Practice Growth Systems. We help upper cervical practices grow, and we are excited to be with you again today. Today, our topic is how to use AI technology to see more new patients this year. This is a step-by-step guide to streamline your UC practice with AI now, and we are excited to present this information to you. This is a very hot topic, obviously. A lot of people talking about this, but this is going to be a conversation for you as an upper cervical practitioner who is specializing and really wants to hone your practice and get it as effective and efficient as possible. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And so for any of you out there that don't know me, I am Dr. Bill Davis. I built a successful all-cash upper cervical practice before breaking my neck mountain biking. And since then, I founded and have grown UCM Practice Growth Systems to help upper cervical practices grow. Why should you listen to me? We've been helping upper cervical doctors now for over 12 years. We have had over 300 clients. We help doctors grow through the practice stages, help many doctors double their practices, help doctors build $1 million practices, add associates, add locations, start practices profitably, add additional team members, improve efficiency and effectiveness. This is what we do all day, every day. So why should you listen to me? I've interviewed over 175 of the most successful upper cervical specialists in the world. We've surveyed over 1,000 upper cervical practices in the past 10 years. And we've written 2 editions of our book, the Upper Cervical Practice Mastery, Learn Success Secrets of the World's Top Upper Cervical Doctors. So this is what we're about. We're about growing your practice and helping you every day with what we do. And, we talk a lot about the practice growth stages. And, just a quick note, I'm writing a new book, or Tony and I are writing a new book on the 7 practice growth stages, and this will be coming out later this year. So look out for that. But, wherever you are in practice, if you're in the early stages of building your practice, or in the middle stages where you're really starting to get some consistent growth, or in those later mastery stages, we can help you grow your practice. And what we're going to be talking about today can apply in any of the stages, which is a good part about AI technology. And so you're in the right place. If you're with us today, what you're going to learn is, how AI can help you improve the efficiency, effectiveness of your practice, what steps you need to take to decrease your payroll expenses. Everybody loves to decrease payroll if possible through the latest technology. Why you don't have to be an expert in thousands of AI tools, and that there are thousands of them out there at this point. How you're leaving money on the table if you don't recognize a key way to use AI technology as it relates to lead follow-up. What AI tools to use to help you make incredible videos for social media. Why it's crucial to become an early adopter with AI to prepare your upper cervical practices for long-term success. And how to invest time instead of money to build a social media following on some of these important social media channels. What steps you need to take to have the best trained AI upper cervical advocates working for you. And that's what we're going to be going through today. So here's the thing. AI is the biggest technological advancement since the internet, without a doubt. This is an absolute game changer. It's, if you remember, if you were around when the internet really started to take off, this has a very similar feel, has a very similar disruption type feel to it as we saw at that time with the internet. And so it's important to understand how big this is and how impactful this will be for years and decades to come. And so AI is not going away. It's something that is here to stay and that will continue to grow. So some common AI myths and fears, AI is going to take all our jobs, leave us unemployed. AI, fakes will become impossible to differentiate from reality. AI is a threat to humans. It will end humanity, right? These are things that people are afraid of when it comes to AI. I'm not talking about any of these things at this point. All I'm talking about is some ways that you can use AI technology, just like we use the internet, to improve the effectiveness and the efficiency of our practices. And so let's get started with some of these ways AI can help your practice grow. I'm going to get super practical on this and help you to apply some things right away. The first way that I want to go through is consult transcription with AI. When you're doing consultations right now, if you're still writing down all of the things that the new patient is saying to you, then you are not using technology as effectively as you could. The way that we would recommend doing it is using some sort of a software. There's a variety of different ones out there. There's a hardware like Plod AI that you can use and put right on your desk, and it will record the consultation, both parties, both yours and the new patient, and give you a breakdown on that that you can put into your soap notes. There's also ones like Freed and Suki and Deep Scribe that also have these type of technologies. Many of them will integrate with EHR systems and those types of things. And so this is an absolute no-brainer. You should definitely be doing this, using a recording and transcription tool that then will summarize your notes and break it down into a way that you can put it into your SOAP notes and your documentation. There's no reason why you need to be writing down everything that a patient is saying today. It really is a matter of just letting that information be recorded and transcribed for you and then summarized in a way that is useful. And so this is a big time saver. Obviously, you can do your consultations faster, and you can really be able to get that information from that new patient and be able to analyze it in such a way it's going to help you in your report of findings and in your future care of that patient in a more effective way. So take a screenshot of this, go to some of these websites, look at these different options. There's a lot of different options out there when it comes to consult transcription. And you can use these transcription services for consultations, for report of findings, for individual visits. There's lots of different ways you can use it. But the key is, saving yourself time from scribing it yourself, from writing things down yourself, and still capturing the information in a way that is going to be useful. The second way that AI can help your practice grow is using AI technology like Posture Screen. Posture Screen is an AI-driven software that analyzes posture and alignment from photos or videos and helps track patient progress over time. There's these types of tools that are out there, but the key is, AI can analyze geometric shapes and these types of things and be able to analyze posture in such a way that can really give you some really good data and help patients to be able to visualize these things easily and also be able to see changes over time. And so this is an easy way, implement this into your exam procedures so that you can get some of this information and be able to get this into your report of findings and that type of things. And also your progress exams can be really, really helpful. So using something like this type of a tool is another way that AI can help your practice grow. Another one is video tools. We've been saying for 12 years how important video is, and it hasn't stopped being important. It continues to be important. It continues to grow every day. And so having good video tools, whether it's video tools that you can use to edit video or video tools that it can help you transform longer video segments into short reels. These types of tools are really helpful. And so here's some different ones that are out there that we recommend that, for our clients. We use a lot of this technology for you. And so if you're a client of ours, then, you just send us your videos and we do everything else for you. But if you're doing it yourself, these are some ways that you can do it yourself. You can spend some time, editing these types of things, adding captions, making your videos more engaging, those types of things, making them shorter, more effective. So these are some tools for that. Take a picture of this. You can get, you can look into some of these AI tools as it relates to video. Another way that you can use AI to help your practice grow is new patient phone call analysis and training. And this one is really, really exciting to me because it's a great way to really give your team great feedback and also help you to develop better systems. And so, one of the things with system development is you want to have a checklist or something like that where you're telling your team here, this is how we do, for instance, a new patient phone call. But if your new patient phone calls are not recorded, then there's no way for you to know if they're actually following the checklist, right? So number one is, in order to do what I'm talking about with AI here, is number one, you got to have your new patient phone calls recorded. Now, if you're a client of ours, that's part of our system. Every new patient phone call is recorded. And so once you have that new patient phone call recording, what you want to do from there is just download some of those new patient phone calls. For instance, 5 to 10 new patient phone calls, you can just download them, put them into a transcription software where the exchange between your CA and that new patient, potential new patient, will be transcribed. For instance, Nota.ai is one. There's lots of different tools out there that you can use to transcribe audio recordings. Once you have those transcriptions, you can then pop those into an AI like ChatGPT or other ones and have AI analyze the calls and compare them to your new patient phone call checklist, right? So you upload a new patient phone call checklist and say, every one of these phone calls, I want you to compare it to this new patient phone call checklist, and then it will give you essentially a report. It will give you a breakdown of each of those new patient phone calls, and you can use that information to now train your team. This is really, really effective and a great way to do this. And you can, like I said, 5 to 10 different calls really gives you a good understanding of what they're doing and how much they're actually following these new patient phone call checklists. And you don't have to listen to every one of these calls, right? Instead of listening to whatever, an hour of phone calls, you can just pop these all into an AI, have it break down the transcript, give you an understanding of what's going on with each one of the calls, have them look for patterns that CAs may be missing, like, maybe they're not using the new patient's name effectively, or they're not asking about what is the reason for them calling, whatever it is, whatever the issue is that you need to train on. It will identify those things, and then you'll be able to train your CAs effectively using that information. So this is a really, really good way to use AI in a new patient experience to improve your CA's performance and improve your conversion of new patient phone calls into appointments. And another one that is really important, and this is really the one that we're going to focus in on the rest of this time, is how AI can help eliminate a big problem in upper cervical practices. And this is a problem that has been going on as long as I've been doing this for 12 years, an issue that has always been a problem for upper cervical practices. Now that AI has come in, is it can really be eliminated if you use it effectively. And that problem is speed to lead, right? So speed to lead is something that is a crucial part of any kind of marketing that you do. And really what it's about is if a lead puts up their hand, if they say, I want help, the quicker that you can talk to that person, the more likely they are to convert, right? The more likely they are to come into the practice and then convert into a new patient. And the problem with when it comes to digital marketing specifically and upper cervical practices is that practices are closed a lot of the hours of every week, right? Most upper cervical practices are open maybe 30 hours a week or whatever it is. And so all those other hours of the week, there's no speed to lead that can happen because the office isn't there to catch that phone call or catch that form submission or even a new patient phone call and be able to talk to that person as quickly as possible. Because you're closed on weekends, right? When weekend warriors injure their neck on a Saturday in a pickleball game and are searching for help and then submit a form on your website, right? Or in the middle of the night for a 3 a.m. migraine is keeping someone up and they're looking for help and they submit a form online. Or, it's an evening, it's 10 o'clock and they're having a vertigo attack and they're on Facebook looking for help and they see an ad of yours, or early morning, they woke up with a headache. All these types of times of the day when your practice is closed, there's no way to have speed to lead with a new patient opportunity. And what we know from the statistics related to speed to lead is that if you can respond to a lead within the first minute, it increases the conversion by 391%. Right? That's insane. 391% increase in conversions if you can talk to a person within a minute, right? Businesses who respond to leads in 5 minutes or less. So now we're still within 5 minutes. 5 minutes or less are 100 times more likely to convert opportunities, right? After 5 minutes passed, the odds of connecting and qualifying with the lead drop 80%. 50% of leads will work with the organization that contacts them first, right? So if someone's having a severe issue, they're having that migraine headache, they're looking for help, whatever it is, they've injured themselves, you want them to find you, be able to talk to you as quickly as possible, and be able to convert and come into the practice so that you can begin to help them. And speed to lead is crucial for all of this. And so with AI, we've developed a technology called the AICA 24/7 booking bot. And what this does is it eliminates speed to lead issues. So instead of, your CA finding that lead a day or 2-3 days later after they've been sitting there, they've submitted that form online, and then trying to call them, and that person has already moved on to another office, or they're not thinking about it like they were a couple of days ago. We now have a 24/7 booking bot, an AICA bot, who has continually engaging with people so that they can convert these leads into new patients. And so here's how it works. A potential new patient will submit a form online, right? Whether it's through a Facebook lead ad, through one of our landing pages, through your website, through a blog, through uppercervicalcare.com or Upper Cervical Awareness, wherever throughout our system, a form is submitted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Once that happens, and the AICA instantly reaches out to them immediately, right? Talking to them within that first minute. Does this through text, communicates with them, begins that conversation. When the lead responds, which they are much more likely to respond if they just submitted a form online and now they're immediately being reached out to. When they respond, the AICA has a conversation with them, with the lead, until they schedule an appointment. And these AICAs have been trained by us. We give them specific understanding of how to interact with leads, how to answer the common questions that new patients have, how to empathize, how to connect with them personally through text and all these types of things with this conversational AI. And it works fantastic. We've been testing it now for the last several months and been just seeing some incredible results with conversion 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Once the appointment is booked at the specific days and times that you've provided to us, right? So you give us new patient phone or new patient time slots, 10 a.m. on Tuesday, 3 p.m. on Monday, whatever it is, right? Our AICA will work with the lead and put them into those time slots that you've told us that you have new patient times available. You're going to receive a notification from us that a new patient appointment has been booked for you, right? You come in on Monday morning, we've booked 3 new patients for you over the weekend, and they're already in the schedule, ready to go. All you have to do is update your calendar, make sure that you don't double book those times. And then you just call the patient and you confirm the appointment. You give them driving directions, you give them new patient paperwork, whatever you want to do, and just improve that personal connection, right? Because once they come into the practice, they're not going to be interacting with our AICA. They're going to be talking with your actual CAs in your practice. And so this is how it works. And this is why it works so effectively, is because the speed to lead is finally eliminated as an issue from upper cervical practices with this technology. And so this is a game changer for upper cervical practices, and the number of new patients that this can increase when it comes to your leads. If you're getting leads on a consistent basis, if you're working with us, you'll get leads on a consistent basis. But now we're not just giving you leads, but we're giving you appointments in your calendar that you then can work through your system and get them to be long-term patients within your practice. And so this is really an awesome thing. And what we're saying, I mean, these conversations with the AICA, with leads who are coming through website chat, through Facebook Messenger, through text, through all these different places within the internet, and we can interact in all these different ways. We can interact in all these different places at the same time with multiple leads all at the same time. It completely eliminates your need to have, many different CAs reaching out to all these different people all at the same time, because the AI technology will do it all at once. And so how do you get started with this type of AI technology? Simply go to our website, go to ucmgrow.com, click on Start Growing. We'll go through a demo with you. We'll show you exactly how it would work in your practice, how we can attract new patients for you from all over the internet, convert them with the AICA technology, and actually get them into your calendar so that you can start growing that practice. And so this is what we do all day long, every day. This is why doctors have worked with us. This is why we have a 98% retention rate, is because we're always looking for what's going to help doctors grow their practices. And this is the new thing that is really a game changer when it comes to upper cervical practices. And so what are you going to do now? Are you going to continue to go in the direction you're going and see your practice not going where you want it to go? Or do you want to begin to work with us using the latest technology to grow your practice and really have a different 2025 than you would have had without AI technology? Go to ucmgrow.com, click on Start Growing, and get started with us. And how do we work together? We'll start with a discovery call. We're going to discuss your practice goals and challenges and opportunities, going to analyze your practice potential. And then we'll come back together and do a plan call where we discuss your strategic growth plan, expectations, how to get started, demo the system, so you get a good understanding of how it would work for you and your particular location. And then once you sign your agreement with us, you get started, we'll go through our onboarding process. We're going to equip your team, equip you, give you confidence in our system and how it's going to work for you. Work with our client success team to equip you for success. Then we'll launch your system and work with you to have a breakthrough within your practice, work with you on converting the highest number of leads possible into new patients, while also equipping you with anything else you need when it comes to a coaching perspective. And then as you do that, as you see those, you become one of our testimonials, one of our success stories. We ask you to just tell others so we can grow upper cervical and continue to help more people who are sick and suffering find hope and healing with upper cervical. And so go ahead, go over to ucmgrow.com, click on Start Growing, get started with this AI technology for your upper cervical practice. And we love to help upper cervical practices grow. This is what we do all day, every day. Go over to ucmgrow.com, click on Start Growing now. If you haven't already, schedule your initial appointment with us, and let's get you growing your practice in 2025. And as we always say, go team upper cervical.